You find yourself driving through rural Iowa. The road winds past empty fields, rows of corns, and old barns leaning with time. Villisca is small, barely more than a handful of streets, a water tower, and a scattering of shops. On the surface, it's the kind of town where nothing extraordinary should ever happen. But at the end of one of those quiet roads, a white wooden house waits for you. 2 stories, a sagging porch, peeling paint. It looks ordinary, like any farmhouse you might pass in the Midwest, but you can feel it before you even step out of the car. The weight of history pressing down, whispering that this isn't just a house. This is the Villisca Axe Murder House. The night of June 9th, 1912, you walk up the front steps, the woods creaking beneath your feet. The door opens to a modest home, small rooms, low ceilings, narrow halls. It's frozen in time, like a museum. But what happened here was anything but ordinary. It was Sunday, June 9th, 1912. The Moore family had just spent the evening at a Children's Day service at the Presbyterian Church. Josiah Moore, his wife Sarah, and their 4 children, Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and Paul, 2 neighbor girls, Lena and Ina Stillinger, came along to stay the night. By 10 p.m., the family walked home, lit oil lamps, and climbing into bed. 8 people into a room. By morning, every single one of them was dead. Now you move through the parlor where the Stillinger girls slept that night. Investigators said Lena may have been awake when the killer arrived. She had defensive wounds, and her body was posed unnaturally, her nightgown pulled up. In the parents' room, Josiah and Sarah were struck first. This killer swung an axe with such force that gouges from the blades were left in the ceiling above their bed. Then he moved systematically, bludgeoning each child as they slept. When investigators searched the home, they found something stranger. Every mirror had been covered, windows draped with clothing. Why? Was he guilty? A 2-pound slab of bacon wrapped in a towel was left on the floor beside the bloodied axe. The killer even lingered in the house. He ate food from the kitchen. He covered the bodies. He took his time. Now, you step into the upstairs hallway, imagining the chaos that morning. By dawn, neighbors grew concerned. Josiah's brother arrived, unlocked the door, and walked straight into a nightmare. Soon the house was swarming with townspeople. Over 100 people trampled through the crime scene before police could even lock it down. Evidence was contaminated, to say the least. Clues lost forever. Still, the investigators pieced together what they could. The axe belonged to Josiah. The killer had waited inside the house, possibly hiding in the attic before striking. But who? Suspects emerged. Frank Jones, Josiah's former employee, the 2 had a bitter falling out. With rumors Josiah had an affair with Jones' daughter-in-law. Some believe Jones hired someone to kill him. Reverend George Kelly, a traveling minister who attended the Children's Day service with the Moores that night. He left town the morning after the murders. He was later caught sending disturbing letters to women and was tried twice for the Villisca murders. One trial ended in an acquittal, the other in a hung jury. Henry Lee Moore, a suspect serial killer who murdered his mother and grandmother with an axe just months later. Some theorize he could have been responsible for a string of axe murders across the Midwest, including Villisca. Other theories, a jealous lover, a deranged drifter, or even local businessmen. But with the crime scene contaminated, with no forensic science at the time, no one was ever convicted. To this day, the Villisca Axe murders remain unsolved. You walk upstairs, the children's bedroom. The air feels colder here. Visitors report hearing giggles, whispers, the sounds of small feet running across the floor. Paranormal investigators have spent countless nights in this house. Many leave with chilling evidence. EVPs capture children's voices saying, "Don't go," or calling out their names. Flashlights flicker on command. Shadowy figures appear in photographs. Some guests wake to find a dark figure standing over their bed, holding something in his hands. An axe. Oh, heck no. I'm out. In the parlor where Lena Sillinger's body was found, many report overwhelming dread. Some collapse from nausea. Others hear a girl crying, whispering, "Help me." In 2014, a paranormal investigator stabbed himself in the chest after spending the night in the house. He survived, but never explained what compelled him. Some believe the energy of the killer lingers, influencing the living to violence. Others say the victims themselves remain trapped in the cycle of that night, replaying their final moments. Walk back outside into the bright Iowa sun. The house looks ordinary again. Children ride bikes down the streets, neighbors mow their lawns, but inside, the wall still holds echoes of June 1912. The Villisca Axe Murder House is open for tours both day and overnight. Some leave with only stories of creaking floors and cold air. Others leave changed, haunted by voices in the night, shadowy figures that follow them home. And the killer? He was never found. But maybe he never left. The Villisca Axe Murder House is more than just a crime scene. It's a wound that never healed. 8 lives ended in one night. Over a century later, the case remains unsolved. But step inside and you'll feel it too. The heaviness, the whispers, the sense of history isn't finished here. Maybe it's grief that lingers. Maybe it's the spirits of the innocents. Or maybe it's something darker, the echo of a killer who still walks the halls. One thing is for certain, in Villisca, the night of June 9th, 1912 never ended. Have a good night, guys. Bye.